G'day, I'm Darren Yates, hardware writer for Australian PC User magazine, and today in this video I'm going to show you how simple it is to upgrade your old CD-ROM drive to a new DVD ROM drive. Even if you've never tackled an upgrade project before, this one is as simple and as affordable as they come, so let's get started and see how it's done.
Now the key ingredient in this upgrade is a DVD ROM drive, such as this budget light-on model here. It only cost me $36 and even includes a DVD movie playback software as well. Inside, the drive is protected by foam plastic and instructions and software are found in the plastic bag.
Now the benefits of upgrading to a DVD-ROM drive are plenty. First of all, you can still play all of your CD-ROM and CD audio discs, but you can now play DVD movies, DVD-ROM discs, and even read DVD recordable discs as well. What's more, you don't need a fancy new computer. I'm going to be showing you how to install a drive today on a 450 MHz AMD K62 computer. So let's get cracking and start by opening up your computer case.
The PC I'm going to upgrade is an old 450 MHz K62 type in a fairly typical MIDI tower case. The U-shape outer shell is held in place by 4 Phillips head screws at the rear, 2 at the top and 2 at the bottom. Now simply take your Phillips head screwdriver and remove the rear screws. As you take them out, make sure you keep them in a safe place because you'll need them to put the lid back on. Once the screws are removed, simply slide back the outer shell and it should simply pull away in your hand and just put it aside for the moment. Now as we spin the computer around, you can see the insides of your computer here. And here is the CD-ROM drive that we're about to remove. Notice the screws holding it on the side. First step is to remove the IDE data cable, which is the large ribbon cable, and you simply do that by pulling on the back of the cable where the connector is, and then you have to remove the 4-pin IDE power cable. This will need a bit more work, but should still come free. The next task is to remove the side screws holding the drive in the main drive chassis. Simply use your Phillips head screwdriver to remove them, and when removing the last one on the other side, just make sure you hold the drive, as some chassis don't have any internal slides so that the drive sits in. So once the last screw is out, simply push forward and the drive should come out in your hand.
Now the only trick here is once you've got the CD-ROM drive out of the case, you need to see how it's configured or set up so that you can set the DVD-ROM drive to the same settings.
Having removed the CD-ROM drive from the PC, we now need to look at its mode select settings. And you can see here there are 3 options: cable select, slave and master, depending on where the jumper setting is set. And we look now at the back of the drive and we can see that it's on the right hand side of those 3 pins, meaning it's set for master. So we set the DVD-ROM drive the same. So we now take our DVD-ROM drive, turn around and look at the rear of the drive and see that the green jumper setting at the rear there is set for slave. That's how the drive has come. So what we need to do now is to move that jumper from the slave setting to the master setting. And it's simply a case of pulling the jumper out and moving it across to master. And now with the jumper settings set correctly, you're ready to install the drive, and it's a case of just simply doing the reverse of removing it. Slide it into the slot and begin adding the screws. While you've got the first screw in, just make sure that you align the drive front face so that it's flush with the rest of the case before you start to finish the tightening of the screw. Once that's done, you can then install the other screws and in place to anchor the drive down. Don't forget to add in the screws on the opposite side of the case as well. Once the drive is in place, it's time to return the IDE data cable in place, and the same with the IDE power cable. Again, this should just click into place and you're done. All that remains to do now is to simply return the outer shell to the main chassis. Make sure you align the lip of the outer shell with the front fascia panel, and then simply return the screws to the rear of the case, and that's all there is to it. It's that simple. But what if that CD-ROM drive was a CD burner and you wanted to keep the burner as well? That's possible. All we need to do is check what the jumper setting is on the back of the CD burner drive. Now you can't see quite clearly here, but it is set to master. Now as our DVD burner came as a slave, all you need to do is install the drive. You don't even need to change any of the settings. The key is to ensure that you have an IDE data cable that has two connectors on it, like this one shown here. Now after carefully removing the front panel, you're ready to slide the new DVD-ROM drive into the second bay, again adjusting the front panel so that it's flush with the front of the case, and then simply adding in the retaining screws. Again, add 2 to this side and 2 to the other side. Again, with the drives in place, it's time to return the cables. Now this time it doesn't matter which of the connectors goes into which drive, because you already decided which drive is master and slave. So work out which is the physically easiest way to get the connectors in, install those into place, and then it's time to take the power cables and install those in place. Once you've done that, simply again return the outer shell to the main chassis, add the retaining screws to lock the whole thing down, and you now have 2 optical drives on your PC.
Well, hopefully you've seen how simple and how affordable it is to upgrade your PC's old CD-ROM drive to a DVD-ROM drive. Even if you've never opened up a computer before, this is one upgrade that even the most inexperienced should have little trouble with.